Hey guys, Crystal Thompson here for Simon Says Stamp. I have a second video, repeated stamping. We're making 4 cards using repetitive stamping, which is my favorite technique because it's super easy. And we are making a variety of looking cards. We got some clean and simple, something a little more complicated, and then we have some beautiful patterns. I think you're really going to enjoy this technique video. So before we get started, I'm going to show you what we got. We have the February 2021 card kit. This kit includes 2 sets of stamp sets. First one is a 3 by 4 sweet truffles, includes glossy accents. We got neon glitz, which is super glittery paste. It's amazing. We have the Sizzix LOVESTRUCK sequins, beautiful array of sequins. Guys, there's so much full-size product in this kit. It is insane. We have an awesome 6 by 6 stencil called Tumbling Hearts. We got a 6 by 8 stamp set, Love You Very Much. As you can see, I've utilized my little bear and I'll show you ways to use it. And then for the cardstocks, we got 2 sets of envelopes. You got pink and white, and this is cotton candy. And then we have also a set of the black note cards. There's 3 of these guys in the package. And then we have full-size Simon Says cardstock in surf blue, doll pink, cotton pink, and then 110-pound neenah white cardstock, which is great for Copic coloring or even watercoloring. For our first card, we're going to be doing some repetitive stamping with different ink colors and varying where we're placing our stamp. For this, we're going to use the Love and the XOXO from the Love You Very Much, along with a cute little heart. And this one's going to be on 1 sheet of paper. This is the 110-pound Solar White. We're going to be using Simon Says Stamp inks. We're going to begin with the Intense Black. This is a premium dye ink that you can use for stamping and coloring with your Copics. And I'm going to stamp this Love multiple times all over this cardstock, leaving enough room to place that XOXO strip. And I'm going to show you real-time stamping here of this Love and how easy it is to do. And for repetitive stamping, I decided to kind of alternate where I'm cutting the Love off. So first one, we're cutting the Love off a little bit further to the V, and then the Love fully in the center, and then cutting it further into the E. Now, for the XOXO, I wanted to use my Misty just because I want to be able to line it up, especially when you have a line stamp like this. And I am using the Teeny Bikini Pink, which is super pretty ink color. And then I'm going to move around my card to be sure that I get it in the right place. And I'm just stamping down. And the beauty about using the Misty is that if you needed to, you can totally restamp. And I have the XOXO on the center of this Misty because I can then just shift around my cardstock. And as you can see, I am not using any magnets or anything to hold it down. It just makes it super easy. And then last but not least, we're going to do that top edge of the XOXO. All right, so moving on, I'm going to bring in the lipstick red, which is this beautiful dark red color. And we're going to stamp the little hearts from the same Love You Very Much stamp set. And I feel like this is what really finishes up the card, right? Is these beautiful little dark hearts. So once we are done with that, we're going to bring in our cute little bear from the Love You Very Much. And I have colored him in Copics using W's, so the warm grays, and using that same lipstick red. I'm going to use the I'm Here For You sentiment and stamp it on that cute little bear. And we're going to do it right on the center. If you saw my last video, I did some Copic coloring in the interior of the heart. So he's just holding a heart. But here the little bear is going to hold a heart with the sentiment. I'm going to add some foam adhesive to the back of this, and then we're going to place him on our card. I'm going to remove that backing. I have double layered that foam so he really sits up. And then we are going to use the Sizzix LOVESTRUCK sequins, which is absolutely beautiful. And these are going to be these cute little hearts, and includes some really big ones and little ones. And so using my Studio Cadia jewel picker upper thingy, I don't know what you call it, we're gonna use to lift these up. And I thought it'd be even fun to add a tiny little piece of foam adhesive, add it to the card, and then add one of those larger hearts so it gives that a bigger look. And so between the stamp hearts and the sequin hearts, it looks really cute. You get some glimmer and shine on the card. Okay, for our second card, we are doing it clean and simple. Again, we're doing repetitive stamping using some different colored inks. We have Teeny Bikini, Hot Lips, and I have a beautiful mint color. We're using 2 pieces of the neenah 110-pound Solar White, and then using the Love from the Love You Very Much 6x8 stamp set. Again, this whole video is using one stamp set, and the video previous to this, which is using the stencil out of the same card kit. So again, we're creating 8 cards under 30 minutes with the same supplies, and it gives you variation. And guys, we're not even using the tiny little 3x4 stamp set. I'm gonna come in with this minty color, and I'm gonna stamp that Love on the bottom. And again, I'm trying to line it up. It'd be easier if I would have used my mini Misty. It would have been a lot faster, but I didn't. So we're just gonna do it with the acrylic block, and you can see how easy it is to even do it, you know, the old-fashioned way with an acrylic block. And then last but not least, we're using Hot Lips, which is just a darker pink. And then we're gonna stamp the top. And really the trick to line this up was just line up the E's and the L's. And it's not perfect, but nobody will ever know. And then we having this slim looking inner cardstock really makes it look really nice. And then as things dry, because these are dye inks, the blotchiness will go away. So once that's done, I'm going to add pieces of foam adhesive, and we are going to center this, exposing 2 sides of that neenah cardstock. And then keeping it super simple, I'm going to come in with my clear glue, and in the Sizzix LOVESTRUCK sequin mix, there's these cute, these are more for like shakers, they're beads. But I thought it'd be fun to add these little shaker beads on the edge because it wouldn't take away from the beautiful love stamps. And again, this is a versatile card. You could send it to anybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be for Valentine's Day. Our next card, we're doing some repetitive backgrounds, the Hugs and Kisses stamp set from the Love You Very Much, doing multiple colors. So for this, we're going to use the surf blue cardstock included in the kit along with broken china distress oxide, and we're going to use it for stamping and not ink blending today. We're going to ink up that heart stamp set, and we're going to go around and stamp it several times repetitively all over the card. And so I'm going to speed up the process just so you see it. Again, it's very easy to do this, and it kind of gives you a tone on tone look. However, it's just a little bit darker. If you didn't have a similar color of ink, you could easily use some embossing ink because it's going to dry clear, and it's just going to do one color darker than your cardstock. And then with the same little heart that we used on the first card, we're going to do repetitive stamping using that one heart all over the place to really create a really pretty hearty background. And just going to finish that up. Next, we're going to let that dry. It is distress oxide, so it takes a little bit longer to dry. I'm going to come in with that Teeny Bikini pink. Going to stamp it up with the same stamp, the Hugs and Kisses, onto a piece of the 110-pound neenah cardstock. And I'm going to hold it for just a couple seconds because I want the cardstock to really absorb that ink and you get a beautiful solid image without blotchiness. Going to let it dry for just a couple seconds, and then I'm going to fussy cut using my Tim Holtz scissors, also included in a previous Simon Says card kit. Once that's nice and cut, I'm going to add some foam adhesive to the back, and we're going to place it off to the right. I feel like this is my position for this video. I'm placing everything off to the right. And then I have 2 hearts out of the same stamp set from the Love You Very Much, stamped in the same ink color. And then I added some sequins from the Sizzix LOVESTRUCK sequins mix, and it just finished it up really nicely. Last but not least, we're using the Stencil and the Be Near You Is the Best stamp set. And this is kind of a trick of the eyes with the repetitive backgrounds. We're actually using the stencil on this card. So we have the Simon Says Stamp Lipstick Red for our sentiment. And for the stencil, we're using the Tumbling Heart 6x6 stencil included in the kit. Again, super simple, very easy supplies. I'm going to come in with that minty color. I'm really loving this minty color along with the lipstick red. And I'm going to do some quick ink blending of this mint using the Tumbling Heart stencil. Once that is all done, I'm going to remove the stencil and come in with that lipstick red for the sentiment. Going to remove the backing tape that is holding down the paper to the stencil. And then, like I said, lipstick red to the sentiment. And I wanted to use that longer one just because I hadn't used it yet. This is our 8th card using this kit. And look how cool it's going to stamp. Being near you is the best. So a very cute card, not necessarily Valentine's Day, but very easily a friendship card. And then we're going to mat this over some lipstick red cardstock from a previous kit, just using some normal adhesive. And then last but not least, we're going to reuse the Sizzix LOVESTRUCK sequins. And again, doing one big heart at the bottom and then our repetitive sequins at the top corners of the sentiment. And I'm using my jewel picker upper again. You can even use the end of a crayon, of a wax crayon. Make sure you use white, especially if you're doing a clean and simple card. And that does it for our 8th card of the series. There's a second video that I mentioned using the stencil. This is repetitive stamping. And guys, that does it for me. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. We're making 4 cards, repetitive stamping, very easy technique to create a variation of looks using the Simon Says February 2021 card kit. Please do click on the links below if you're going to go grab it. It gives me a little boost in income at no cost to you, and I will take your comments. And if you want to subscribe for extra videos, I'm going to tag the video on the stencils down below in the description. Thanks so much. Have an amazing day.